Who's this Torres? And what's your man done to earn a death sentence?
He's a Templar, like Rogers and Hornigold. Man cooking up schemes to use the Observatory for ill purposes. For power and control. The violence he'd cause with this thing would be subtle but heavy. Deadly, yet leaving no mark. Does that make sense?
Like, if there was a drought and people was thirsty, and one man had a large cask of water but gave a sip to none, he'd be a killer with no blood in his hands.
Aye, like that.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's get to shore.
Captain's got to sea.
Was that Anne?
Oh, it is a bit of a chill, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. She's taking a swim with us. She's gonna come and see the observatory.
Thought we might see some soldiers and the like. Maybe they've gone?
No, they're here. Deep in the jungle.
Which is where we're going right now.
Soldiers, just there. What should we do?
I'll take care of this.
Jeez, look at all this. Corpses for miles.
They brought every ounce of menace they had.
Yeah, he really wants to get to that observatory. I suppose he did use everybody he had. Yeah, going through the jungle here, they really did wipe out everyone. What? It's a little smoky over here. Okay, yep, they're burning the huts. Oh man, yeah, that's rough.
Do you see them, Edward?
Well, I wasn't aware that we could free any of the Guardians, but apparently that's a thing.
The Spaniards up ahead.
Thank you. I don't know how you saw him. Breed them. They're good to go now. Alright. Here we go. Okay, this is interesting. I don't think it was moving last time. Actually, I don't even remember passing this last time.
What is it?
Later, Anne. I'll tell you all when this is finished.
And here we are at the entrance.
Holy Mother of God. Is this the place we've come to see?
Aye.
He sounds almost annoyed. He wasn't like, aye, it is. He's like, aye. Stop asking questions. Did they not close the door when they left last time? I don't know why the big difference of, you know, what all these things are for that are coming up and down and whatnot. They don't really have a significance. There's a lot of blood vials in there.
Stand watch here, and let none follow.
Fit for another dozen fights, aye. Go on, Edward, I'll be fine here.
Okay, I'll believe you.
¡Mis piernas! ¡Oh, mis piernas!
No quiero que... ¡Venga, muévete!
¡No puedo! ¡Mis piernas no responden!
¡Déjalo! ¡Déjalo! ¡Marchemos todos! ¡Has oído! ¡Levántate! ¡No quiero dejarte aquí! ¡Será vuestro funeral!
Por favor, no me abandonéis! ¡Está aquí! ¡El pirata está aquí! ¡Perdóname, por favor! ¡No quiero morir!
Okay. 'Cause, 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 He said he didn't want to die, so we won't kill him. This is all new. This must be their little security measure that got activated after the skull was taken away or something. Suppose we'll need the upper one. Alright, so it's a little puzzle-ish. Oh man, I really messed that one up. Alright, here we go. No way he was holding on to that.
Hemos activado algo. ¡Registrarlo todo! ¡Hay que parar esta locura! Nuestro deber es quedarnos con Torres. ¿Dónde vais?
Ese viejo conseguirá que nos maten a todos.
¡Te castigarán por esto, cobarde!
¿Quién me va a castigar? ¿Un hombre muerto?
I know where I've seen these before, these little force fields. I remember them from A Phantom Menace. So, I'm going to assume that all the technology that they use in the first Civilization is Star Wars tech. Like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, not 7, 8, 9, and all their spin-offs. Most of that stuff's just trash, partially made, and I pretend that it does not exist. Heck yeah, bro. Good job, Edward. You're doing great. That guy's just waiting to be pushed. Oh, he might. I thought he saw us. There we go. Let's go. I'll just let you be. Okay, he doesn't care about us. It's pretty close to that edge, though. Come on, Ed. Can I call you Ed? Oh, somebody fell. Yeah, right. It would have slipped right off of there. Oh, they have like a pipe system down here. A couple of disconnected pipes. We better watch it. Yeah, see that? Alright, I think that we're gonna speed this up.
Power for ourselves and brought these miserable empires to their knees. There is so much potential, so much you have not yet accomplished. I could show you things, mysteries beyond anything that you could imagine. Captain Kenway, ever a splinter in my side. Does this murder fulfill you?
I'm only seeing a job done, Torres. As you'd have done with me.
As we have done, I think. You have no family anymore, no friends, no future. Your losses are far greater than ours.
That may be. But killing you rights a far greater wrong than ever I did.
You honestly believe that?
You would see all of mankind corralled into a neatly furnished prison, safe and sober, yet dulled beyond reason and sapped of all spirit. So with everything I've seen and learned in these last years, I do believe it.
You wear your convictions well. They suit you.
Torres awakened something fierce. Are we safe?
With the device returned, I believe so.
What do you call this place?
Captain Kenware's Folly! Et sawol te su tukilan. Ka wenen. We will seal this place and discard the key. Until another sage appears, this door will remain locked.
There were vials when I came here last. Filled with the blood of ancient men, Robert said, but they're gone now.
Then it's up to us to recover them, before the Templars catch wind of this. You could join us in that cause.
I will, but only after I fix what I mangled back home.
It arrived last week.
Well, I wonder what it says. Bad news, I assume.
Wakey, wakey. I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Not in this era, anyway. I wish I could explain all this strangeness, but there isn't much time. The short of it is, you saw my beloved Juno. And for a brief moment, I thought she might occupy this tender body of yours. But something went wrong. And now, she's back out there, adrift. Oh, she was magnificent once. One of a race of beautiful, wonderful creatures. They created your kind. Did you know that? Your people were tools to them. That's all you have ever been. That's all you should ever be. One day soon, I hope. For the world is nearly ready for her return. Wired. Prepared for a second coming. Uh-oh. Here they come. Those Templars. Or maybe assassins this time. Idiots. All of them. I envy you. It was her wish that I be here to greet her. It was her experiment that made it possible for my rebirth as one of these things. Ah!
Stay down! Get down on your back! Now! He's got a gun!
Guide me into the grave, beloved! I am your instrument!
Put the gun down! Drop it! Drop your weapon! Clear! Clear! Check his vitals. He's bleeding fast. Check the victim.
Are you okay? Can you hear me? Hello? Talk to me. You alright?
I mean, they're just bad security people. He had his back turned for a while there. They could have done something if they wanted to.
There you are. Thank God. I hope you feel well. You look good. Can you stand? Good. Try walking around. A doctor came by, said there wasn't anything to worry about. That the liquid in the syringe was far, far below a lethal dose. I feel terrible about all this. About everything. All our evidence pointed to you, but it was John all along. God, the things we found on his computer. Whatever you need, we'll provide. You've done an amazing job. Speaking of which, our trailer is finished. Would you like to see it? I owe you that much. There we go. I uploaded it to your database. You can watch it here or at your animus. I think you'll love it. It really captures the essence of the era. So, take care. And again, thank you.
In a world where pirates rule the waves, these men will discover that nothing is sacred and everyone is committed to rum, plunder, and women.
Hola, ladies.
This summer, Abstergo Entertainment invites you aboard for the adventure of a lifetime. So sharpen your cutlasses, shine your hooks, and sail with the devils of the Caribbean. This virtual experience is not being rated.
That was for blockbuster film? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I noticed she has a sticky note behind her. We'd better get to that. We have sticky note 13. Our purpose is not ours to achieve, but ours to be received, given by her grace and instruction. Death to the false fabricators of pleasure and indolence. The old order must be restored, the new order destroyed. True Templars dedicated to order and stability and peace through the application of her iron will, and not through the dulling satisfaction of pleasure and indolence. Well, she doesn't get off of her computer. I wonder if we can ever...
And, well, what now?
Talk, you idiot! Look at the light!
Isn't that the battery? I think that's the battery. Hello? Hello? Look, sorry about this. My name is Sean, and back there is Rebecca, my partner in crime.
Hello!
Bloody good work earlier. Honestly, I mean it. Delivering us all that data. It's really just too bad that our man on the inside was such a, how to put it? Fanatic. Fanatic is the best word, I suppose.
We take who we can get.
Exactly. Well put. We saw in John an opportunity to burrow deeper into Abstergo's cloud servers, and I'm not ashamed to say we took it. Not realizing, of course, that he was enlisting you to help him. And to blame, should anything go wrong. I suppose it all worked out very nicely in the end. Most of it, anyway.
What Sean really wants to say is, if you're up for more hacking, we are too. John gave you level 3 security clearance before he died. You should use it. The assassins don't have the resources to pay you like the Templars do, but we'll make it worth your while.
Look, we should really cut it short, Bex. 20 seconds.
All right. Good luck.
Cheers, mate. And top-notch work. Really top. Give yourself a pat on the back. And happy hacking.
Okay, yeah, well, I guess we can do that. There's a bunch of computers here, plus the server in that room. There's so many out there. Plus another server room. The security room. How about we go to the top floor? Okay, that's the top floor, and that's just the security room. Okay. Well, I guess we can get around and start hacking. Alright, so we made it down to the server room security area, and we're looking at the camera. The second camera we can access in the bunker.
Body's been moved? Yes, sir, and preserved. We'll do what we can. Good. Let's keep security units on standby. I know Miss LeMay said the situation was under control, but I have a feeling we may be needing them again soon.
I wonder what that means. I forgot that he wanted his body destroyed last time. This time he let it go. And, I mean, not in a very good time and place, if you think about it. They have much more resources to get into his DNA and whatnot now. I think that he would have not cared about it before. Alright, let's hack some computers. Alright, it looks like it's an agent evaluation report for Juhani Otzoberg, dated 12/11/08. This would have been leaked from within. This is a classified document viewed on our own network. Someone should hang for this. Strengths, experienced. Agent's military special forces background is a defensive asset. Obedient, follows orders without question. Leadership qualities. Agent lacks finesse but inspires loyalty in others. Dedicated agent is wholly committed to our cause. Definite potential could be IS material. Weaknesses. Agent has a young 3-year-old daughter. Could be a liability. Other notes. Agent is ready to take on greater challenges. Recommend giving agent leadership responsibilities and sending agent on level 5 missions. Submitted by I don't know how to say that. Hasek. Alright. And there's the agent, I suppose, with his young daughter of 3, apparently. A dashing photo of Otzoberg, labeled, and he's in Finland in 2012, 1306. Unclear who took this or why. This photo labeled Florence, Italy, 2012, 11:30 at 6:17 in the morning. Makes it clear we have a leak. Who survived to transmit this? What in the world is that? So that was in Italy. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. This photo is labeled Cairo, Egypt, 2012, 12:09 at 1:43. Okay, looks like some smoke coming out of that building in Cairo, Egypt there. This one's labeled Cairo. Yeah, we saw that. Oh, it's a different one. This one's labeled Cairo, Egypt, 2012, 12:12, 03:21. That's 3:21 in the morning. Sigma team strikes again. The poster claims Abstergo agents kidnapped William Miles, but Miles is not pictured. Could be anything. So this was when he went to Cairo on the last game, or number 3, and he got caught. All right, and okay, yeah, you've got your Sigma unit, the RIF access, extraction, and then of course the target. All right, so this update did agent evaluation of Otzoberg, updated 12/12/03, confirms that leak persisted and perhaps still exists. And it says his updated strengths would be demonstrated a great deal of courage, initiative, and resourcefulness, and dedication. Updated weakness, distinguishing mark of a facial scar or / burn. Reparative surgery should be considered. Other notes: following assassin attack of 21/12/11/28, see attached security report. Agent tracked down the enemy and located their Florence hideout. Agent led Sigma team against the Florence assassins, responsible for termination of 3 assassins. Survived assassin ambush. Agent should not be held accountable for loss of his team. Okay, so he lost his team as well within the ambush. So, and then they're like, yeah, he's not responsible, even though he's the one that led the team in there and they all died. The picture, what do we have there? I mean, I can't really read it, so moving on, maybe it'll tell us. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, that one's done. Moving on into the next one.
Surrogate Initiative, Test Session 27, October 21st, 1980. Host Eileen Bach, DNA sample SB1970.
Miriam, my dear girl, there is no good reason for you to be here. But your intransigence requires that I detain you until you give me information I can act upon. The location of the artifact, perhaps, or the whereabouts of your leader, Bartle Shink. Just a little something to give Minister Goebbels some encouragement that we are on the right track.
How about a nice hug? He looks so sad in all his photographs.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Perhaps you could pay him a visit yourself. He likes beautiful women. Actresses, musicians.
Pirates?
That's right, pirates. Pirates of the Edelweiss. Isn't that what you kids call yourselves? It's very amusing. And illegal, of course.
Breaking Hitler's laws is half the fun.
Oh, I imagine so. I imagine you were having a wonderful time just before we captured you and your search of friends.
And that's the end of it.
Damn it. Why can't we sustain the signal for more than just a few minutes? I need to relax.
That's not the issue. This is dangerous work. These memories aren't in your bloodline. That's why it's not holding.
There's got to be a solution.
Any idea what they mean by the artifact? I've heard it a few times now.
Not sure. I don't think Miriam knew either. Not much comes into her mind when she asks about it.
But she's protecting the other members of her group, the Edelweiss Pirates or something?
Yeah. Bartol Shink. Have we looked him up?
No, we can.
We should. Put your intern on it.
Right. High priority.
Yeah. This isn't getting any easier. Jesus.
So she's rummaging through other people's DNA without an animus. Because Vidic worked on the animus, she didn't. So this is interesting.
Hello?
Hi, Seamus. It's Mom.
Hey.
How are you?
Dad! It's Mom!
Hello, Eileen.
Hi, Carl. How's Seamus?
Great. We were out shopping for school clothes.
Yeah. The summer just sped by.
They all do.
I never seem to notice. No windows in the office.
Right. Trapped in a lab. So, did you need to talk?
Yes, sorry. I was curious about your mother, actually.
Oh. Okay.
How much did she talk about the war when you were growing up?
Not often. Bits and pieces. Why?
I was doing some research last week about World War II, and something came up about the Edelweiss Pirates, or the Navajos, and your mother's name popped up.
Really? That's an odd coincidence.
Does any of that ring a bell?
Yeah. Mom ran with that group while the war was on. There were a group of kids who wanted to avoid the Hitler Youth programs, but in later years they escalated their activities to, bigger ideas like vandalism and sabotage.
But why Navajos and pirates?
Just some of the names they used. Navajos, Edelweiss Pirates, you know kids. There were little pins, little white flowers. I may still have hers.
That's interesting.
And this is for work? Researching my mother?
Not exactly, but... Sorry, I can't talk about it.
Right. You never could.
Hey, don't. I didn't mean to be flippant.
No. Don't mind me. All for the greater good.
I like to think so.
Power down. You all right?
Damn it! 5 months of this bullshit! We're floundering.
Take it easy, Eileen. You're just stressed.
I am not stressed. I'm frustrated. I'd like to go again this afternoon.
No. There is no reason to rush this.
We're hardly rushing. We're running into the same wall over and over again. Why can't we push through? Why can't you keep me in the animus longer than 2 minutes?
Because surrogate genetic memory data is fragile. The EEG is exploding and your brain is doing too much work. The longer you stay in, the more damage it does. It's even possible that...
Possible that...
It's possible the memories we're digging into could eventually overwrite your own. Like information on a tape drive. There's just not enough space in your head to do both.
Here I come to save the day! Good afternoon, all.
Did you invite him?
No.
But you did. Remember?
That was months ago, Warren. What do you need?
I wanted to stop by. Check on your progress.
Well, apparently it's still too dangerous to keep me under for more than a few minutes.
I always suspected that would be your biggest hurdle. The genetic memory sequencing is the easy part, if time-consuming. But the replay, that's something else.
Yes?
Let's think this through. My subjects are diving into their own genetic memories, so the information is already encoded in their heads.
Which means the animus has less work to do. Less computing, less parsing.
Right. So to get your surrogate data working, to let people experience foreign memories, it'll take a hell of a lot more processing power than anyone has. Even Abstergo Industries.
Ideally, we'd like to build an external processor that mirrors as many brain functions as possible. Something to handle the calculations.
But the cost and upkeep of that would be
astronomical. Let me see what I can do. I have some sway with Lillian. We won't build Rome in a day, but if we focus on the pretty buildings first, maybe we'll achieve something.
Thank you, Warren.
Till next, folks.
That was not Warren. I know that it's back in the day, so he'd be younger. Nobody changes their voice that much. I mean, what was he? 12? You know what I mean? Like, get a closer voice actor for that guy. Mr. Miles. I mean, not even just the voice. The way he spoke was different as well. The guy, whoever voiced that, did no research on the first game. Probably should have. Not to mention the other ones that Warren was in. Alright, we can head up to the main entrance lobby area next and see what we can hack here. Before we do, I think looks like 2 computers, the server room and the security room. We'll try the security room first. But before anything, we have 7 messages in our tablet here. First one's from Melanie LeMay. Best wishes to Olivier. Everyone, let's all give Olivier and Abstergo Entertainment a big cheer as he heads off to Chicago for the shareholders meeting. We believe in you, Olivier. Yay, Olivier. Good job. All right, next one is from M.O. Baudralt. What the heck is going on? Where are you? Did they put you in one of those cell things too? Are those even real? I don't even know what to believe. Am I seriously just supposed to sit here working calmly, not knowing what's going on? This is ridiculous. Okay, so I assume that this guy was also one of the suspects. There was other people in those rooms. They were just kind of at their computers. So they're not anymore because the little lockdown's over, but whatever. All right, the next one is from Melanie as well. And it says, hang in there. Probably because we're in the cells. Everyone, I know this is a trying time. I'd just like to reassure you that our work is safe. We are safe, and everything is going to get back to normal soon. P.S. I've got a box of Turkish Delight in my desk if anyone wants some. But we're in the little cells. How can we get those? From M.O. Baudralt, I quit. You're still gone. I just want you to know that someone noticed. I probably won't still be here when you get back. I'm not a climber like you. I'm out of here. I'm quitting. If you need me, I'll be in a shack north of Tremblant, off the grid with a stack of books. on paper, and a shotgun. Okay, well, he went off-grid. This one's labeled Security Team, subject security ramp down. Following the satisfactory resolution of an earlier security incident, emergency measures put in place will now be removed. Thank you for your patience. Although this matter is resolved, we encourage you to continue practicing good security. Avoid unapproved websites and communication channels. Never share your communicator. Keep to your own area, work area, and common areas, and respect your non-disclosure agreement. Next up, we've got Security Team, subject security at work. We have been working on programs to help improve our ability to locate employees within the building at long range. In light of recent anomalies, we will be conducting employee localization interviews in the aim of extracting information that may aid in narrowing down the locus of individuals currently unaccounted for. Additionally, if you have any information that may be of interest, please step forward or speak to your manager. This next one is a lie. It says support team, John leaving, and then it says John leaving. We know, yeah, he left in a big way. Alright, so diary number 4. What's this one? An unsettling week, to say the least. I logged out and received a message to meet Melanie near the elevator. Together we rode the elevator to Olivier's office, but he barred me from the meeting at the last minute. Yeah, well, I remember that, alright. While waiting, John contacted me again. He asked me to help him recalibrate some security cameras. This resulted in me spying on Olivier's meeting with Melanie by accident. They were on the phone with a woman named Laetia, an Abstergo Entertainment exclusive by the sound of it. The lady that they were on the phone with demanded that they intensify their search for the observatory. Melanie tried to reassure her that this was happening. Olivier tried to contain his anger, but John, listening in, was ecstatic. The call concluded with a mention of a shareholders meeting in Chicago. This is where things got weird. John interrupted in a fit of rage and demanded that I break into Olivier's office and steal the shareholders meeting schedule, threatening to expose me for hacking computers and camera systems if I did not. Having no other options, I sneaked into Olivier's office via the terrace, hacked his computer, and recovered the meeting schedule. John ranted about Templars, claiming they own Abstergo and another group. He appears to be mentally ill. Once again, I delivered the schedule to the woman, Rebecca, who appears to be more than a simple courier. John seemed to calm down after this. He said I was free to return to work. I'm scared. Week number 4. When I logged out of my animus session, I discovered that I was no longer in my cubicle. Someone had transported me while I was in the animus and vulnerable to a different location. Melanie's face appeared on a nearby screen, and she told me I was in some sort of containment facility with some of my other colleagues. They were conducting an internal investigation and had moved us here to keep an eye on and for our safety. Supposedly, she seemed sympathetic and advised me to keep up hope and to try and get more work done. Almost immediately after she logged off, John called. He was unperturbed by my predicament, but at least promised to help me clear my name. He unlocked the doors to my cell and sent me to sneak into the office, into the server room for the entire building. Melanie was in there for some reason, but John managed to get her out of the way. Yeah, I don't understand why he actually cleared my name. The moment I hacked the server, an apparition appeared in front of me. She kept talking about it being too early, while at the same time John kept losing his cool over the communicator. When she left, John left little doubt about what he had expected to happen here. He wanted this apparition to possess my body and was audibly enraged when that didn't happen. In the end, I tried to seek refuge in my work. Perhaps Edward's memories and secrets within could bring clarity to my present predicament. I don't think that's what I personally would have done, but I guess what else are you gonna do? A little vulnerable behind the animus eyeglass thing. Alright. Let's continue on and go to our next computer. First up, it's the security room, and we can access camera 1.
Glad that's over. I hate it when they escalate the security. It makes me jumpy.
Did they put anyone in the bunker this time?
Just for a few days, I think. Sucks, but I suppose it's necessary. We deal with some really sensitive data.
Classified shit, yeah. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's in our contract, so...
And they pay out bonuses, too. Inconvenience pay, they call it.
Really? That's actually kind of nice.
Melanie did say we'd be compensated. I mean, I lose out, really, because I didn't get paid. Let's see, what else do we have? We got 2 computers there. I think... Oh, what's his face isn't here? Sean. Sean's not here at the coffee desk.
I keep my ear to the ground.
Alright, a little gossip in the lobby. Here's the server. I think before we do the server, I think we'll get the 2 computers, then do the server, then see what else we got on this floor, if anything, then head on up. Here's a computer. Let's hack. While everybody's around, we'll hack it.
February 12, 1981. Qualitative personal interview with Subject 1 on ancestral research regarding Avalon de Grand Prix. How are you feeling? Any side effects?
Not really. Aside from the headaches. They've been worse since I started staying in longer. But I don't want to stop. I like her. I want to know what she does next.
What's it like? Reliving her memories.
So different. The animus, I mean. The past. At first it was confusing. Distracting. Like New Orleans, the stench. I wasn't expecting all the smells.
Smell is the sense most directly linked to memory.
When I'm in her memories, it's like I can smell more than I usually can.
In general, women have a more acute sense of smell than men do. I had wondered how that would translate. Anything else?
Yeah. She's smaller than me, but it's like her body could do more.
Did that surprise you?
At first, yeah. The ERA people might hate me for this or whatever, but I don't usually think of girls that way. Climbing things. My mom, my sisters. The animal feeling of Aveline sinking her hidden blade into the throat of...
Go on.
It doesn't feel feminine. What I think of as feminine. But then at the same time it does. Her center of gravity is way lower. That was a surprise. How easy it is to land. How steady I am on her feet. Sorry. This is hard to talk about.
No, it's fascinating. This is what we need. Pure experience, in your own words.
Okay.
Can you tell me about Gerald Blunk?
What about him?
He and Evelyn were close, but we haven't been able to ascertain if he might be your missing ancestor. Do her memories suggest anything to you? Does this make you uncomfortable? Remember, these are her memories. You're just playing them back. It's not even acting. You're a researcher.
Like you say, I haven't experienced her consummating anything. That would be... Anyway, I think maybe she was confused.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I don't really know for sure, okay? I mean, guys think about sex more than girls, right? That's a fact.
As a researcher, what did you observe?
Does it mean she's more like a guy if she thinks about... Is that why she's able to assassinate... Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't know her thoughts, but from what's in her memories, physically, the fidgeting, some hesitation, what she looked at, who she looked away from, the things she didn't say when I expected her to. If I had to guess what it meant, I would think she was thinking about sex. But I'm a guy, so I would think that, right? So what does it mean for women to act that way? It has to mean something else, right?
As a subject, you're able to observe more finely than I am in review. What about unwanted attention from men?
Well, I thought that would be the hardest thing to deal with. I'm not into that, for the record. Not at all.
Yes, I know.
But the way she dealt with it happens so often. It's like you stop noticing everything she does to avoid it. Crossing the street, eyes in the back of her head. She knew how to handle herself. When she was charming, felt kind of similar to killing. Or the build-up to killing. Can we take a break, Mr. Vidic?
Of course. Ready to go on?
Yes.
Evelyn was black.
And white. On her father's side.
You're sensitive to that?
I guess. I mean, I'm white. Evelyn looks black, so that's different. But you get used to it. Like with the girl thing. Until someone makes you not used to it.
What do you mean?
I don't think I've ever had to think so much about what I'm wearing or how I'm walking. But Evelyn, it's like she goes through her whole life in these uniforms.
People expect her to behave in a certain way.
Definitely. Sometimes I worry I'll slip up and play too relaxed at the warehouse and, I don't know, blow her cover.
You can't blow her cover.
I know. I'm just replaying the memories. I can't change them, I know. But I see it, right? It's a risk. It's...
stressful?
Yes. It's best when she goes out as an assassin. On the roofs or in the bayou. I think she was more relaxed that way. Can you imagine? You're only relaxed when you're going to kill someone.
Let's stick to memories rather than imagination. What about the slaves?
They're kind of just... everywhere. I mean, that sounds bad. Slavery is bad, but no one's acting like slavery's bad. It's fun when she frees slaves. Is it supposed to be fun?
We're not looking for supposed to. Focus on what it is.
Sounds like Vidic's getting mad. Also, again, does not sound like Vidic. I don't care if he's younger, it's not a good voice for him. Anyways, if it's just memories that you're reliving, but then, you know, these guys will say things like, focus on the observatory, focus on getting to the observatory, or focus on this, or focus on that. You know, you can't change things but they'll tell you to focus on this or that. If there's no free will, I mean, then I'm just there for the ride, and they're gonna have to wait for it, and they go through all this footage anyways, and so they're gonna wait for it. I don't know. That's my thing about that whole, you know, they established that it was just reliving memories in the first game. What you do is, you know, you're playing the game, but, you know, you could just be like, okay, that's what he did. But then they started doing that thing where they're like, oh, you gotta focus on getting to the apple. Well, that doesn't make any sense anymore. Now you're telling me that I have the ability to just forget about everything else and do the main quests and focus on the apple. The only way I could wrap my head around it is like, by skipping all the side stuff means that like they still did it in the memory. It's just that you skipped over it. But that doesn't make any sense, because if that's the case, then you, like, say that side quest gives you more health, you would have gotten that health in the end. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, he also said it was easy, or he got used to being a black woman or seeing life in those eyes. But I think that it would have been extremely difficult to adapt to seeing through a black woman's eyes. First off, especially in that time. But, you know, there's definitely other things. I mean, you're a woman, you know, and if you're not a woman, then it would probably take a very long time in that aspect alone just to get used to it. But then you're black in that time. Like, you wouldn't be used to that whatsoever. I think that if today somebody woke up and they didn't know until, like, they looked at their hands or something, I don't think that would be like a thing. Like, it wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, unless you were like a man in a man body, not a woman in a man's body, or vice versa. But I don't think that would be such a stretch to be like, oh yeah, I got used to it right away. I still think it would take some getting used to, just because of lifestyles and mannerisms and things like that. I think that people would maybe look at you different, maybe, depending on where you're from, who you are. You know, all these different things fall into what I'm trying to get at here. But yeah, to go back, I don't think that it would be as easy as he made it kind of sound in that. Anyways, let's continue on.
We are attempting to synchronize the DDS system. This will only take a moment. We are almost there. The DDS is now in sync. Thank you for your patience. We hope you enjoy your experience. Rudolf II invited many notable figures to his court, making Prague the center of European culture. Among them were Englishman Edward Kelly and his stepdaughter, Elizabeth Jane Weston. Observe her and report any alleged collusion.
Yeah, I didn't do anything with Project Legacy, so I don't know anything about this. Next up, we can head to the exit of the building. and we go into the room that we actually started the game in, and there's a sticky note in there. Number 15, the revolutions in America and France bled into evolutions and into more revolutions, into Russia and Mexico and India, and the sickening list goes on as men and women fought and died for the right to be indolent and sick and pleasured, but she, may she guide us into the gray, has returned after a sleep of tens of thousands of millennia, and we submit to live and work at her side, we, the instruments of the first will. It's weird that her husband's writing this. It should be just a sympathizer human, right? But he's something different. He's a clone of the first civilization. He's not just a creation. He's one of them. So it's weird that he's writing like this. Next, we can hack this computer behind us. It's a big, huge screen. Alright, let's hack into this.
So, this will be a short one, Dad. Something to remember me by if things go south. If I don't make it out of the temple today. I've tried to be optimistic about all this, but I just can't. I think spending all this time in Connor's memories has made me anxious. I mean, his story is so painful in so many ways. Still, he never lost hope. Even when his faith in others eroded. I can only believe that what we are doing is the right thing, and that I can stop this disaster. I know this. I mean, the technology is there, waiting for us to use it. I'm the final piece of the puzzle. Something in my genes, or my memories. Some final piece of code to switch the whole thing on. That's why I'm here. That's why they brought me here. Only, I don't know what I'll have to give up in return. My sanity, my life, it's impossible to say. I do know this. Our battle with the Templars will not be over. But whatever's inside that temple is not an ending. It's just another chapter in this endless story. And it'll be your job, and Mom's, and Sean's, and Rebecca's, to keep turning the pages. You know, I keep thinking about something Orson Welles once said. Something like, if you want a happy ending, it all depends on where you stop telling your story. So maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's how people keep marching forward. If something goes wrong in their Dad, something happens to me. When you tell my story years from now, please tell them the one about how I lost my way, and then I found it again. Just in time to save the world. And just end it there. That'll keep everyone smiling. Goodbye, Dad. Say hello to Mom. Tell her I love her, okay? Tell her I love you both. I love you both.
When did he make these things? Alright, we can move across the hallway, and there's another computer in here. Look for a sticky note first. Doesn't look like I saw one at all. Or it doesn't look like there's one in here. Alright, but actually, we are going to end the episode here. And we'll continue on with actually right here in doing Abstergo stuff next time, because there's a bunch of it. And so I hope you did enjoy. Please do comment, like if you liked, dislike if you didn't like, and of course tell me why you didn't like it. I'd like to hear that. Yeah, I mean, just have a wonderful day or night or whatever it might be for you. I'd like to thank you again for watching, if I didn't already. And yeah, take care now. Bye then. Bye for now.